In this video, I'm going to share some tips on how to handle it when your partner seems to pull away, ignore you, and only reach out when he needs something from you. You're going to teach him a valuable lesson when you discover his greatest weakness and use it to your advantage to turn the tables so that you're no longer the one chasing him. It's hard for women to know how to react when a man pulls away. That's why some end up begging for his attention or sending him hints on social media to see if they get a message from him. But starting today, you'll be part of that select group of women who know exactly what to do to touch his weak spot. I'm going to share with you the 5 most sensitive points of a man who pulls away and ignores you when he wants to. And how can we gently guide him back to a place of repentance? So let's dive in. When a man ignores you, it might feel like he's not paying attention to you. It's important to understand that your constant availability and attention can sometimes make him feel comfortable ignoring you and walking away. He might believe that he can come back whenever he wants because he knows you'll be there waiting for him. It's totally normal for him to feel a bit insecure when he realizes that you're no longer his center of attention and that you've started focusing on other things. He doesn't see your good morning messages, your story views or statuses, or your reactions or comments on his posts. He feels safe and secure when he knows you're paying attention to him, but when you suddenly disappear from his life, it's hard for him to understand what happened and why. When you give him a little taste of his own medicine, he'll be looking at your status updates or reacting to your stories and posts in no time, as if to say, "I'm here." I totally get it. When you make someone feel so important, it's hard to let them down. But, that's exactly what happens when you take away that feeling of importance. If a man ignores you, it might be because he's feeling insecure about himself. He might feel threatened by your presence, and that could make him act a bit coldly towards you. If you feel like you can't live without him or that you won't find a better man, and you're afraid of losing him, it's important to remember that you're showing him that no matter what he does or doesn't do, you'll always want to be by his side. But you know what? Everything changes when you start to believe in yourself and your abilities. That's a really good idea. It'll help you to not look for a man who knows very well how to find you. When you feel more confident, it makes him feel less confident. He won't be able to ignore you as much. If a man pulls away and ignores you, it might be because he feels like he's unique in your life and that your whole world revolves around him. When a man ignores you, it's because he feels like he's the only one out there. And sometimes, women make it harder by getting too caught up in a relationship without seeing the bigger picture. To gently diminish his feeling of being the only man in your life, try strengthening your relationships with the people who make you feel good about yourself. It's easy to neglect your family and friends when you're busy taking care of someone else. You might not even realize it's happening. But don't worry, we've all been there. Open your heart to new people and let your social circle grow. I'm not saying you have to meet other men. You'll see, when you get to know people, men and women alike, you'll start to understand life beyond a relationship. And you'll never be alone, whether he's with you or not. You have people who care about you, and you have yourself. Remember, never let yourself be defined by someone else's actions. Stay true to yourself and don't let anyone push you away from your dreams. Then, when he ignores you, he'll see that you're not going to wait for him, and he'll think twice before walking away. Another thing that makes a man feel important and secure is the need he perceives in the woman. Whatever kind of support you need, whether it's emotional or financial, we're here for you. It's totally normal for this to become his weakness. Imagine that he has fully convinced himself that she needed him. Then, out of the blue, he realizes that she has started to build herself up inside to become an independent woman who no longer needs him. She's made her own choices and has started to become her own person. She's come to realize that she doesn't need to look for someone to complete her or make her happy. What she really wants is someone who will value her and be happy with her just as she is. Then he realizes that just being there isn't enough. He has to show her that he's a guy who makes her life better and makes her feel special. He's free to ignore her if he wants, but when he walks away, she'll be the one who doesn't lose out. I've got one more piece of advice for you, and I really hope you don't miss it. Sometimes, when a man pulls away and ignores a woman, it's because he's got some issues with his self-esteem. This is his most sensitive and delicate point, the most important of all. When a man feels important, admired, desired, and loved by a woman, he gets used to receiving a dose of self-esteem that feeds his ego. But when she pulls away, it's like a shadow falls over his heart. She doesn't have to physically leave and ignore him. The last thing he wants is for her to pull away and stop making him feel desired and admired. He'd hate it if she started treating him like just another guy. This makes him lose his mind over her, because that self-esteem he was getting without doing anything becomes a necessity when she stops feeding his ego. To learn how to nurture his self-esteem in a thoughtful way, you'll want to keep an eye out for today's final tip, which I'll share with you right now. Here's a little secret: you can make a man who pulls away and ignores you afraid of losing you. You can also teach him to value you. The secret is to apply the principle of reciprocity in your relationship with him. When you feed his self-esteem and give him your trust and attention, it's important to make sure you get the same from him. It's important to show him that he can't have everything from you without putting in some effort. It's important to remember that just because he's with you and you're in a relationship with him, that doesn't mean he should expect everything. Many women give everything to the man they love, hoping that one day he will give them the place they deserve in his life. Give yourself your space, and don't let his disinterest take up all your energy. If he ignores you, give him the space he needs. Don't wait for him to look for you as if you were a priority for him. Remember to focus on the things that make you feel good and build your self-esteem. That way, he'll see you as a stronger woman from a distance, and you'll both be able to enjoy each other's company. He'll realize that you're not waiting for him, and he'll surely come back. But he'll know very well that if he wants the attention, love, and respect you give him, he has to offer you the same. Then he'll wake up and realize that he could lose you. I promise that if he's worth it to you, he won't want to let you go. Have you ever wondered what it's like when a woman suddenly stops paying attention to a man? I'll fill you in on that next time. I really enjoyed making this video, and I can't wait to make another one soon. I hope to see you again in the next one.